94 off the line.
I guess I'm not going to replace it.
I already got a video of the
This
dead.
had some money.
Okay.
Anyway, this car was a 140, four-speed, of course, factory air, and it's got the wood steering wheel.
Right.
Yeah, sports
And
steering.
But no telecolumn.
no, tinted glass,
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
clear
Yeah.
title. Now, this was a young man that was restoring this, and he was in the process of rebuilding the engine. This is a dummy engine to tow
move it around. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, what happened, he got married,
Mistake number 5.
and for some reason he had to get rid of everything.
Right.
I bought
I get rid of the bride. Yeah, yeah.
I bought this. I gave him, this is years ago, I gave him $1,000 cash. I bought a Chrysler Imperial from him also, and it was my hopes and dreams to restore this car, and like everything else, oh, and it's got the factory remote mirror. Now I've got,
Do you have the original engine for the car?
I do, it's all in pieces and parts.
Inside?
And
I didn't see an engine case in there, and
well, okay,
I didn't see heads in there.
the parts are in this car. They're in a Chrysler down by my building.
I didn't look in the Chrysler.
I have some of the parts in my building in Franktown. But I would sell this, if you buy the other one for $9, I'll sell this for $1,200, and you get all the parts,
67094.
and some of the
094.
engine and
Yours or
stuff
the other one?
parts is new.
Well, both of them
And I think maybe
The
the
094.
heads have been
Yeah,
done.
the double or triple or
You don't, if you don't put new
quadruple
valve
094.
seats in them heads, you
I
don't,
say, I
they
wiped off
need to
the
be
dirt
done.
and sure
That's
enough,
my
it
feelings
was
about 140s.
94.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know about 140s.
I know what you're saying, that they've had a valve grind maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you don't put valve seats in, those need to be done, in my opinion.
But that would give me a $200 profit for storing it and towing it and keeping it here for
To be honest with you, I don't
probably
know.
like 15 years.
Sure. I don't know that I'm interested in spending quite that much, but it sure
Okay.
is neat to look at.
Okay.
It sure is neat to look at. You know, same thing, all the trim is...
Well, I have other cars here,
Yeah, I know.
and
It's like-
Clark's reproduces.
For a small price.
I know.
Yep.
Well,
Yep, I know.
And then you're into it for, 12 grand, and
yeah.
you're pissed
So what's
off
an extra
at your,
couple $100 at the beginning?
But you're pissed off at your painter body man.
Think
and you-
if I had put this 1,000 in the bank 15 years ago, where
Right.
I'd be.
Right.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for a profit in car collecting, it ain't there. Don't
Yeah.
collect Corvairs.
Right.
Yeah.
Any car.
We're terrible.
Yeah,
Any car. We're terrible.
With the exceptions of XKE Jaguars, which I haven't seen here,
No.
and I
Unless
haven't
you hit
seen...
something that goes right up through the roof, like say if you got in the 70s, early 70s with Hemis.
Right.
But
You
could've-
guys kind of spotted the best cars I have for Corvairs.
Well, they call me Eagle Eye, but I brought Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
But
Oh.
I've got, there's a whole car, this is a basket case, there's no doubt. But I've got a carload of parts down there. I've got some of the parts in my building, because actually the Imperial was 2 cars. And this kind of upset me about it, because he had all the parts in his garage, and then I was supposed to go like the following weekend and pick everything up, and he took it upon himself to stuff all the parts in the cars. And I'm like, well, I would have liked to seen...
catalog it a little bit better.
Yeah, and
It's hard for me to believe that you would have the luggage rack, and I don't
I
think you're a
might.
liar.
yeah,
Well, listen,
I
if he has
can't
it, he has it.
remember.
He'd give it to you if he had it, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
I
that.
believe that.
But it's still hard for me to believe that there's a luggage rack sitting here Guys, let's start looking in Chryslers.
I don't do
How many
Chryslers.
Chryslers?
It's possible that this was stolen.
Right.
Just too many years have went by,
Sure,
and
sure.
I absolutely can't remember.
Can I ask you a question about all the cross members? You must have had a lot more Corvairs.
That all was Colorado Corvair. Barney Smith and Leo Ford, and then there was some other, Charlie Probst.
I know Leo Ford.
They were all in the Rocky Mountain Corsa, and they had a business called Colorado Corvair, and they decided to give it up. And all this was going to the scrap. And so I took one whole summer and I bought maybe a dozen cars from them and a lot of these parts. And these are all cross members from vehicles they parted out and they crushed. I got this from them and they stuffed it full of parts.
I didn't know if you had scrapped those Corvairs here on site, but that explains that. That's that story.
But look at all the cars they parted out.
All
See
the glass? That's all car or truck glass?
I think it's mostly car.
Is it? Because I could use a truck windshield. I've got one, but it's just spare.
Yeah, I don't know as I have any extra or like early four-door rear windows.
Good to save it. Never know.
But
I think you do know.
they just gave up the ghost and
Dissolved their business.
And
You couldn't bear to see it get thrown in the ground.
you guys know Steve Goodman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Well, he had a storage facility like a four-car garage filled with Corvair parts. He gave it all to me because he didn't want to keep paying rent.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff was stuff that never sells, and he didn't want to throw it away. So he got on the phone, Dwayne, if you want all this stuff, I worked like a whole month with my little truck and trailer and going and loading it up, and he just gave me the keys and said, good luck.
Better than paying rent that you never get back. There's just so much Corvair stuff.
Multi-club or multi-make car club, and if you don't mind, I'll put the word out that you have a lot of these types of cars that they'd be interested in. So, you know, 'cause a lot of the guys like the Cadillacs and the Lincolns and you know, the big boats. And,
I was, with trying to sell stuff, I've been working on Cadillacs and big cars, because I think gas will go up to $6 a gallon eventually.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it.
And,
we all know it will.
I've been pushing selling the big tanks, but like this last winter I crushed about 20 Cadillacs, because the Cadillac guys don't want to do any work. They want to buy a Cadillac in mint, pristine,
turnkey cars.
Right.
And they don't want to do the restoration.
Well, there's one guy in my multi-make club. He's well, he's good enough to be a professional mechanic, but he does it on the side because he has another job. But anyway, like for instance, a mutual friend of ours bought a 66 Chrysler 300. And he needed a left rear taillight.
Okay.
And when I come in, I saw that 66 300 out there, and I about crapped, you know. So, you know, I mean, that's the kind of thing, because I know he searched high and low to try to find that taillight.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the kind of thing, you know, I could make some connections there and possibly get you some business.
Okay. Well, mostly what I do is sell on eBay, and I just have a miscellaneous assortment of parts and put them on eBay and sell them. And
What's your username on eBay?
Classic Motors Colorado.
Classic Motors Colorado. Do you show just a picture of an individual part? You don't remove it.
Yeah.
You just show the part on the
Yeah, there's
vehicle?
some guys on eBay, there'll be a door. They'll take a picture of the door on the car. A door, so much money, but that's kind of stupid. And
Probably best.
it's better to have remove parts that are standalone, and then you take the photograph of the individual part.
You have the experience of what works.
Yeah.
You know what people tell you they want to see, so
Yeah.
that's the way you do it. You
Yeah.
do it the way they want.
The guys that I would deal with, they'd need a certain part, and they could call you up and see if you had it.
Buy it
Right.
directly from you.
And are you willing to go out and take it off, or?
Yeah, but when it's in the winter time,
Well, you can't get to
Right. You're probably up to here in snow.
well,
pretty high.
I can be. The last 2 winters, the highest snow was this. Now we've had winters where this was all snowed in, and you're walking on top of the cars on the snow fields.
Yeah. You'd have
It's
to.
just too cold.
Sure.
Well, they'll just have to wait. They're not
Well,
beggars can't be choosers.
I know.
Just have to wait.
Well, buyers aren't beggars. So if they're paying,
Depends how much they pay. It's
Right.
$1 for the part, $1 a year for storage, and $100 to remove it.
yeah,
Like I had a
and
guy.
$10 an hour to shovel snow, which if that's the going rate, I'll pay it in Durango.
I had a guy restoring a 65 Olds 88 convertible in Denmark, and I've shipped him tons of stuff,
Right.
You have lots of those old deals, I've noticed.
and he waited months. It took me like 3 to 4 months, and when spring came, we had a few warm days, and I'd come out and pull a few parts, but in the winter, it's just so cold, and I don't have any insulation on me to keep me warm,
Right.
and I can't handle it, so I can't get out here
Well,
when
it's not worth it. It's
It
not
isn't.
worth it.
Right.
I
If
know.
somebody would need a part that they had to have, well, they'd pay.
They're willing to pay them.
Give
And
them
they're
the
willing
option.
to wait.
There's an arrogant attitude that could be had too. Well, some guys will hang up the phone. And, I don't like your attitude. Well, just go find it somewhere else.
Right.
You got to talk nice because there's
You
not a
don't
big
need every
selection.
customer just because they got $10.
Yeah.
Right.
No, and I
Well, the thing about eBay, you have the parts, they're off already.
Right.
You photograph it, they sell or don't sell, you get paid immediately, you ship it, it's a done deal. And so eBay, I'd be bankrupt without eBay. eBay, a lot of people don't like eBay, but it's a way to sell parts
You know why I don't like eBay?
that there's...
You know why I don't like eBay?
Why?
It's bankrupted me.
Oh, you buy too much. Okay, well...
Boy, does he ever.
And I'm not really one that's into that auction style.
Oh,
I've gotten good deals. I would prefer to deal with the seller.
Yeah.
I just would.
Well, you deal with the seller. It's eBay is just the medium,
It's just a tool.
the tool to communicate.
Well, you're also, bidding against your friends or people that may be your friends someday.
That
You've
happened
never
to
met
me. A
them.
fellow at a convention said, you bought that console on eBay, didn't you? And I paid $700 for an aluminum console.
Oh,
And I had to have it.
yeah.
So
Well,
I felt bad, but somebody had to be the high bidder.
the thing is that
I didn't feel too bad.
it evens out. Like I'll put, like, say, eBay,
Headlamp door.
and let's
That
say
happens to be a nice one, as a matter of fact.
let's say I put starting bid $20. Well, it might be worth 75, but I put starting bid $20. If nobody bids other than one bidder, I have to sell it for $20.
Right.
So I'm like, I sold it at the bare minimum. Now, but that's the way it works. Now, if I sell these letters and there's bidders, and I get $75, then it's like, oh, I did really good on these, and
It all comes out in the wash.
it
all
comes
evens
out even.
Yeah.
eBay, you can get a killer deal, or you can pay a fortune, but I think it evens out.
Did you see that silver 63-inch Sprint convertible, the white interior?
I did today.
You know what the guy bought that on eBay for? It's a somewhat rusty vehicle. You know what he paid for that car on eBay? $830. For a
Oh,
Fitch Sprint,
kidding.
an authentic, genuine, real.
He didn't tell me that.
Well, now that he's got the car and he feels comfortable that it's really his and there's nobody else bidding, that he maybe forgotten 800 for
Well, or he forgot to tell you there was 7,000 in front of the 830.
Well, I once came across it. I used to be into Fieros.
Okay.
And this one guy popped up. He was bragging about how he got well, in '88 they were going to offer hydraulic power steering.
last year for the Fiero.
This one guy popped up. He said, well, I just made a killer deal. I bought this one system on a buy it now for, what did he pay? I think like $500.
Oh, okay.
And then the next thing I know, the guy that sold it says, well, I happen to have a second system, and I'm going to put it on eBay, which he did, but he put it on strictly a bid.
Oh.
And I bid that up. There was me and another guy bidding for it, and I bid it up to, I think I put it about, what was it, $3,000 or something.
Wow. And
the guy beat me out.
Yeah.
And so I figured, okay, sucker, you got the first one for cheap.
Yeah.
You paid through the nose for the second, so it's all even.
Well, that's like a shill at an auction. The auctioneer has a shill in the crowd, and you don't know who it is.
Right. I mean, you know, I basically it was almost a shill in that respect.
Sure.
But I actually wanted it.
Right.
So, but he was greedy. He was bound and determined he was gonna have both systems, no matter what it cost. And
he got them both.
He got them both, but he had to pay for it.
Right. eBay is a crazy place. One day you get an unbelievable deal, and the next day...
I bought, recently a guy listed a bunch of parts, starting bid 99 cents.
Very common, very common.
And I bid on all of them, and then I put in sniper bids for higher amounts on all of them because I really wanted them.
Right.
Yeah. And then, for some odd reason, nobody bid against me. I got all of them for 99 cents.
Wow.
And not that.
I almost feel like I stole them from the guy.
What kind of stuff was it, though? Was it
Chevette diesel parts.
Well, I have a feeling you don't have a lot of competition.
Well, you'd be surprised.
But it just takes one guy.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Well, against you. Because I've had the instance where I'll put something on eBay, it doesn't move, and I'll put it on... I had a Harley Sportster with a broken frame. Nothing happened. I put it on again, and the girl calls me. She says, I want it so bad. I said, pay the $1,000, buy it now.
Dwayne, this one here I gotta consider.
Okay.
You know, I'm not trying to be insulting and pushing if you have the stuff, you know, like the right engine.
I do. I have the engine.
Brown, Cadillac, Seville, the Sabre 455.
140 air conditioning stuff that's missing there.
I have everything.